Week 5 of the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. We have a doozy of a match here coming to you tonight as Steve Deicher and Jesse Gore take the stage. Will Stewart here alongside me, Mr. Sean Green of To The Point Streaming. Are you ready for another doozy, buddy?
Dude, I cannot wait. I hope you enjoyed your great Labor Day. Got to rest a little bit. I had a low country boil with some friends. Shout out to Patrick Hoskin for feeding me real well this today. But man, I am ready to go. It's gonna be a great battle. Scuba Steve, who we love dearly, as a personal friend of ours too, that we've gotten to know just through this. Hey, when you gift us cheese curds, we're gonna be real nice to you on the stream next time we have you on, bud. So he paid for this tonight. But taking on a great friend of Nick's, actually, Jesse Gore. So that's also a great thing. We get to see the fantastic Nickisms in the background with his head, and moments like that. And I was not as prepared as I should have been. So there we are. Hey, I'm back. All right, so let's run through this. All right, we got Scuba Steve playing out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, playing out of the Black Saddle Saloon and Oasis, or Black Saddle Tavern and Oasis, which is a fantastic name. I gotta be honest with you. He's a carpenter by trade, sponsored by a couple of different things, I think.
Yeah, Booyah Darts.
Booyah Darts. Yep, I knew that one. That one, I just want to make sure though. You know, you don't want to say it and then have a mustache in there yelling at you for it or something. But averaging a 4.81 in the CSC Challenger Series. He won over Jordan Meyer and Larry Keith before falling 9-1 to Soldier. That'll happen to you when you take on Soldier and he's on or you're off. 27 9 marks, 79 7 marks, 75 marks in 43 games. His win percentage is low, but that's because of that last match. Taking on Jesse Gore, man. Lives in Lakeland, Florida with his wife, Caitlin. Sponsored by Monster Clothing and Franchise Darts. He's 32 years old, or I guess 32 years young, averaging a 4.93 MPR. He lost to Jeremiah Millar in the first round before beating Ken Rip, Brian Dennis, which is actually his doubles partner and everything, and Steve Hennings. 33 9 marks, 79 7 marks, 96 5 marks, and 60 games played. His win percentage is 55.4, puts him in the top 10 there as well. It's gonna be quite the doozy, bud.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic match tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, both these guys, as you mentioned, Scuba Steve, of course, a good friend of ours. Jesse, actually, I'll say he's a friend of mine too. We saw him at Cherry Bomb and hung out with him for a little bit. Had a nice top 4 finish there in a steel tip event. I believe it was 501. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this event this evening, or this match this evening. I think it could go 9-8 here. I really think this is one of the ones that I'm gonna put on the ticker as 9-8. I'm not going to tell you who I got, though. I think I'm going to leave that to these guys to settle this evening. But let's take a look at this bracket. Jordan Meyer taking on Kenny Doyle this evening. That is
That's
appetizing. I know Jordan doesn't like that.
Yeah, that's a something right there. One of those guys only walking away with $400 here in the CSC Challenger Series. And I think both those guys would say that that is they did not perform as well as they should have in this CSC. Of course, Jordan Meyer taking on Scuba Steve in round one, now getting Kenny Doyle here in this 9th through 12th place match. That's a tough one. That's a
And
tough one.
well, and Jordan Meyer will say it himself, as he says this is his third time playing Kenny Doyle in the CSC, and so he only gets better.
Look at
Uh,
D-Bag
yeah.
in the comment
How
here.
about this? Danny Baggage putting me on the spot. He says, boo, pick someone. That's what makes great commentary. Goodness gracious. Why do you got to do that to me and put me on the spot?
Hey,
Fine.
at least
Fine.
at least he's not yelling at you on stream during the stream, on a hot mic. Until you experience that, you haven't experienced anything. Great guy, honestly, Danny Baggish. It really is. I understand the frustration of that one. I'm gonna take Scuba,
You're going to take Scuba. All
and here's
righty.
why: the curse of Skybox.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You're calling it out early. You mentioned it. I
You
can't
have
believe you
to, right?
mentioned it. I can't
You
believe you
have to.
mentioned it. You just cursed him, and Nick is like literally mad at you in the background right now, I'm pretty sure. I'll
I
go ahead. I'll back you up. I'll take Scuba 2 9-8. There you
Hey,
go.
there you go.
There you go. There you
Uh,
go. Fine.
well,
Because
as
Danny Baggish, that's why.
well, there is Scuba Steve throwing for Schmidt's Amusements there at Black Saddle. Last time we had him on the stream, there was a wedding party, including a lot of dancing on those tables. And of course, Jesse Gore. And are they getting going already? My goodness, look at these guys running.
Holy cow, they are getting going. We are off to the races here. That's quite all right, Nick. It's all right.
They don't even listen to Nick.
Let them run. Let him run.
And
Off to a hot start already. Here we go.
boom goes the Wisconsinite Scuba Steve getting it on the board. My goodness, guys, tonight we are sponsored by A to Z Darts, just like every week here for the CSC Challenger Series. And it's brand month over at A to Z Darts, and they are featuring Shot Darts all September long. Shot celebrated their 50th anniversary in 2020 with a factory in New Zealand, and they're known for a tribal and indigenous barrel design. That makes a lot more sense now, actually. A to Z will have 2 back-to-back special sales of select Shot products, and their Dart of the month is featuring the Mardi Gras range for their 360-degree spin view. Boom goes the dynamite Jesse Gore getting his first on there. Receive a free gift with the purchase of any Americana Darts range or Mega Tactical case. Just click the Dart of the Month banner found on their homepage at a2zdarts.com. As we look over here at today's giveaway special, tonight's raffle winner will receive their choice of any Shot L-Style Easy Flights found at a2zdarts.com. These are L-Style molded flights with Shot Darts designs on them, currently on sale during the A to Z Brand of the Month special. And look at this. These guys are coming out firing. They had their Labor Day. They didn't have to do any work. Jesse, I think, drove most of the day, and they're ready to put some damage on this dartboard. That's for sure.
I'm gonna just say it now. I think, I said 9-8, but I think both of these guys are gonna average over a 5, or winner's gonna average at least a 5-2-5 tonight. That's just the mentality these guys have to have tonight in this match. They both can hang with each other on the board. There's no lying in their averages, 4.93 and 4.81, and they're hanging around to try to book a place in a final. They're in that loser side. Every leg counts here. They want to move on.
Yeah, and this is one of our classic battles, right? As we got a double there. Ugh, Jesse getting it done, though. Florida versus Wisconsin. We've had this Florida versus Wisconsin battle countless times. It's always been a great matchup. These guys like to represent, and look at this. Scuba getting an 8 mark in there to regain control of the leg. This is going to go back and forth. I cannot wait. Race to 9, all cricket. If you've not been here before, let's go over those specific rules for the CSC Challenger Series. Double elimination style tournament. Both these guys are in the loser side. Players play a race to 9, best of 17 legs, all cricket with a cork or 3-dart count up to start the match. Looks like Scuba got that done. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. If a player is down 3 or more legs, they will continue to go first. For the player advantage room, as we get our next, boom goes the Wisconsinite for Scuba Steve Deicher. If we go the distance, they'll cork to start the last leg decider, man.
Well,
And
if we go the distance, you're gonna need an oxygen tank, son. I'll
that's
tell
all
you
right.
what.
Just warming me up for the rest of the week. I have the Seeds tomorrow, CSC on Wednesday, and then I travel on Thursday to Canada. Friday setup day, and then Saturday, Sunday is CDC, baby. And
You may,
Scuba taking down leg number 1 quick.
I'll just advise, sir, go ahead and get a Ricola now. Just get a sponsorship if you would. That may that may be your best bet, buddy.
Hey,
Get a
we'll see.
little dollar for that throat lozenge.
They both detonated some dynamite in that first leg for me, and I appreciate that. That's what I appreciates about you.
Yeah, I was about to write it down, but unfortunately I didn't quite see the averages before Nick churned it on over. So let us know if you saw that one. As I'm just getting back from Shark Tank, so these eyes are a little deceiving right now.
These eyes, these eyes.
Ah, crying. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Well, at least we're still on. As we get a 1 mark there for Scuba, not starting off as well as he did last time, and Jesse's going to look to take advantage of that on the 19s. He kind of does a little like pump action. It's a
Yeah.
little. Uh, how do you like that?
I've always never been a fan. I'm always that kind of just stand and release, but I'm also pretty quick with my motion. Not quite to the Michael Smith essence, but kind of more like that. So seeing that double pump, it's not quite the Cali West full motion,
Uh-huh.
but it's common. It's common in the game. A lot of players do that little double pump.
So I actually don't quite do that, but I don't set my dart either. So I will bring it straight up and just go straight down with it. So not quite the double pump action, but I guess similar in the way that it flies. I like the fact that I get to like feel my release early. You know, you feel where you're going to release your release point, and then you go from there.
It's kind of similar to what Scotty Kirshner does with the signature ghost throw or Paul Lim, where they kind of step up there and take that first release, and then they go up there and they kind of the same echelon, but they break it down into every little throw.
I mean, let's be honest, it works,
It
right? Like
does.
he's in the top 10 in averages. If he didn't take on Beast in the first round, he's probably, based on these averages, still on the winner side, maybe. I'm just saying.
That's the factor here. Both these guys have went up against really, really tough competitors and near top of the they are at the top of the table. Let's be honest. Leonard Gates and Jeremiah Millar, as Steve Deicher took on Leonard Gates in the last round, losing 9-1, and Jesse Gore took on Jeremiah Millar in that very first round. And that very first round could be tough to kind of get things going, honestly, and especially when you got that guy in front of you.
Yeah, that's never a fun start. And you'll hear this later on in this interview, but he said, I didn't really do a whole lot wrong. Almost like, I really don't know how that went the way that it went, except for the fact that you're playing Jeremiah. Happens all the time, bud. And shout out to everyone in the chat. Matt Graff saying could be worse throws. Of course, a nice homage to his little flick of the wrist that he does there. As Scuba gets another boom, goes the Wisconsinite, his third in 2 legs of dart so far.
Speaking of Matt Graff, by the way, shout out to him because he did a little camera check. There's a subwoofer above the black saddle cameras, and him and Scuba Steve were the ones fixing that up before the stream today to kind of get it recentered for view and pleasure. So shout out to him. And then also another thing to kind of piggyback on the point you guys were talking about there. I mean, we're talking that this is the final 12 players in Division 1. Like we're down to the last half of these players, and only the best of the best remain.
Yeah. I mean, and you're going to see it throughout the rest of this. The averages are just going to keep going up in Division 1. They're going to keep going up in Division 2. It's really the exciting part of the CSC, and it's all leading down the road to TOC here at the beginning of October. We got less than a month, baby.
Don't scare me like that, guys. Oh, goodness gracious. So much to do, so little time.
You mean don't get excited. Don't get excited like that, right?
Oh, exactly. We're raring to put on a show at TOC between the three of us, possibly some special guests in between. Well, we know we're going to have some special guests in between. But here we go, man. Yeah, I was about to say, fantastic.
Boom goes the dynamite, 110%. Gets it up there. Not the point lead that he's looking for, so Scuba still a chance to break the throw early.
For
I
sure.
do I do love Scuba is wearing that USA Darts patch still. You gotta love it, man.
Man, he is. I'm gonna have to send him a couple more just because send him a love letter too. Why not?
Hey,
Shout
there
out
you
to
go.
shout out to him. No, it just said, hey, grabbed it and picked it up. Said, hey, you mind if I wear this? I said, dude, that's up to you, brother.
Well,
How
Jesse
about
gets
that?
4 bowls in there. He's gone pretty much perfect since uh, his past 6 darts, and still Scuba just enough in the lead. 5.22, 5.25 is how he finishes it. He might as well point again on the last dart. You never know. But gets it down 2-0 here, Scuba, early on in this battle. John Pilgrim in there saying Scuba wins 9-5.
Well, Danny Baggish did give us a 9-6 prediction to
He
Jesse
did.
Gore, and I know for a fact Nick is gonna choose Jesse. So, hey,
Well, let's ask Nick.
tied
Nick,
up.
what is your prediction here, bub?
I mean, that's a real tough call to really have a fair prediction here because I love both these guys. Jesse Gore is one of the first players I ever watched in the tournament. You won't actually see it on the interview for the viewers' point of view, but you guys got to hear it a little bit about it. But he was one of the first players I ever watched at my first tournament where
Scuba, Steve, Deicher, number 4 for him. My goodness, boom goes the Wisconsinite.
but he was one of the first players I ever really watched. So of course I have a natural bias as he was playing Danny Baggish in a steel tip final at his second ever steel tip tournament. So I really will have to lean Jesse Gore here, but Steve Deicher, I told him as well, you can't really bet against him. So I'm gonna go 9-8 on Jesse Gore here.
I like it. I like the overall feel and vibe of that answer, buddy.
So, just a quick little shout out. Steve Hilger, he said he's going to actually be in attendance at TOC. So maybe we pull him into the booth for a little bit. But he said,
Boom
good
goes
job.
the dynamite. Sorry, that was a good one. He got a fist bump in there and everything. My bad, bub.
No, at this rate, I'm scared for our record because it could be broken tonight. 7-2, or our third leg already.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. But yeah, I just wanted to say, he said, great job this weekend, Will and Ryan. Ryan, big shout out to him. He was actually playing most of the time and then tagged in there to commentate when he was off. Big shout out to James Henniger as well, who did the same, and then numerous other special guests at Shark Tank. How about that?
Back to back for Jesse
Woo!
Gore. Boom goes the dynamite. We have 8 so far. This is the third leg of darts, brother.
This is nuts. Look at this. 725-633 here, folks. I told
Guys.
you this had everything we wanted. This is going to be it.
Oh my goodness. 725 right now to a 6.0. Let us know in the chat, who do you have in this one? Looks like things are heating up and they started off on fire. But if you give us your score prediction, tell us where you're tuning in from, you're automatically entered into today's giveaway. And tonight, A to Z Darts is raffling off a choice of any shot or L-style easy flights found at A2ZDarts.com. So these are the L-style molded flights with shot dart designs on them, currently on sale during the A to Z brand of the month. And you can get yours for free just by putting your little comment in the chat here. Let us know who you got, who you're rooting for, all that good stuff. We appreciate you tuning in with us. We're at 419, and let everyone know that we're here right now because that number should be pumped up with how these guys are throwing. 6.33, 5.8.
Yeah, Scoop is just trying to hang on to this leg as much as he can because Jesse's on a tear with this 6+ average here. Going into the Bulls here, just needing 1, 2, 3, as I say.
Oh, he got a little firm on that second dart. You could see he's going to move, it looks like.
Well over to the right-hand side of the Aki.
And got it, too. My goodness. He is lighting it up.
He gave
Let's go.
He gave us a big old Tiger Woods style Sunday fist pump there. That was nice. Loved it.
A lot of scubas in here. Philly legend Tim Neal saying scuba because I like the nickname. I love it. Barb's visiting Aunt Jan in Chandler, Arizona, still watching us this evening. Gotta love you, Barb.
Yeah, so many people tune in on a weekly basis every Monday and Wednesday night. We definitely appreciate your loyalty, tuning in so often. We always see your names constantly, and sometimes it's just too much to give everybody a shout out, but we do appreciate you just tuning in and saying hello, giving us your predictions as Steve Hilger tunes in from he loves to do this, buddy. Give it an attempt. Give it an attempt.
No. Nope. Just no chance.
Newthamalaga Mingo, Dunes, Alaska. There you go, buddy.
That has to be offensive to somebody. Somebody was heavily offended by what you just said.
No. Oh, that is literally a town. I know that's a town because Steve Hilger sits there and looks all day long on those names and will throw them out in my chats regularly.
I think you just cussed in a different language, bro.
Yeah, you for sure did.
Oh, I love it. Scott Hanish, the king of just making me cry, is in here saying, let's play a game called Shark Tank. It's fun. It's where Sean doesn't speak. Well. Do I have news for you, buddy? Just kidding.
I'm really looking forward to hearing you this weekend, honestly, for the CDC. That should be fantastic. Some world championship spots on the line, Continental Cup spots and world championship spots on the line.
Yes, we got a white horse there from Jesse way behind. Boom goes the dynamite. And is it too little too late? But I appreciate that, bud. Yeah, the storylines really are endless. You got Danny Baggish, who was in our chat earlier, really trying to cement that spot in the World Championships. And I don't know there's very little that could go wrong, and very much that Alex Bowman has to do right in order to get that spot from him. But it's always possible. And then, of course, the Canadian side, there's a couple guys that are really, really tempted that have been going back and forth. Dave Cameron, Jake Taylor, Matt Campbell, if he has himself quite the weekend, you never know.
You never know. That's the fantastic thing about the rankings.
Mark Robinson saying Boom Goes Dynamite needs to be blown up. You mean like made bigger? We could probably do that. We could probably make that bigger. I can't say it louder. I'm sorry. My kid's asleep in the next room over, and I already wake her up all the time.
My goal is to make this guy scream it at the top of his lungs by the end of this CSC Challenger Series.
What have I been doing so far?
Whispering. That's scary, isn't it, folks?
Well, if you really want to hear my sultry voice.
No, please, Sean. Please, Sean. Please, Sean.
Give you my sweet and sexy. How's everybody doing in the chat? You guys doing well?
And I'm going to go ahead and just bow out of this one. Good night, guys. Have a good evening. We will see you later.
Yeah, he's got to go take care of some things.
All righty, back to this match here. Steve Deicher, big 7 mark there as he looks to kind of put in motion, closing the door shut on that start from Jesse.
Well, Jesse just opened that thing, wedged it right back open with that 7 mark to follow. But Scuba is averaging the 5 in the 5s for each match or each leg so far. He's telling Jesse, you're gonna need more of those 7s and high 6s in order to really cement some legs. This has been pretty crazy.
One of my questions, I have a question for you guys on this one. I would wager to say that Jesse Gore has more of an explosive, very high rounds, but you see a little bit more of that consistency from Steve Deicher. Do you think that's going to affect it in a long format more in Steve Deicher or Jesse Gore's favor?
I mean, that very well can be a factor. If you see a dip, what time do you see the dip? Is it in a critical time? Like, going into a break. I mean, Steve could very well put himself 4-1 up, and then what happens from there? Does it go 5-1, 6-1, or does Jesse turn the ship and kind of force the hand of Steve? Because he doesn't want to go into that break 4-3 down, but it's a possibility here.
Yeah, and I would say that in this type of format, it really just timing matters. So does Jesse hit those big rounds at the end of legs and steal them? If he does that, then it really favors him in this long format even. Whereas Scuba, yeah, he's going to stay nice and consistent, but is it going to be a consistency that Jesse can't handle? Right now, I'd say early on, Jesse's still kind of staying with Scuba. You saw that early kind of display there from Scuba against the throw, but Jesse's kind of reclaimed the lead here.
Well, you do see Jesse has the higher average, 4.93, as we see
Boom goes the Wisconsinite from Scuba Steve.
and he actually played a game more than Steve. So he's got 4.93 compared to Steve's 4.81. Although I think you could say that Steve could have been down and out after being suffering that 9-1 loss to Leonard. I mean, that could be kind of one of those deals that you're in leg 7 or 8 and you're like, what can I do here?
Well, back to back 9 marks on the 15s for Scuba Steve to get a big point lead here, up 125. What 125? Woo! What 125? Boom goes the dynamite back to back. As we've seen 3 in the last 4 turns for these guys. My goodness, they are going to test this record hard tonight.
I think we could see it broken. And what would be great is if these two guys broke it instead of a big name player in the mix as well. Like let's be honest. There's a couple heavy hitters in this thing. Your Kenny Doyle, your Gates, your Millar. I mean, those are always your heavy hitters. But these guys are big names too. You may just haven't heard of them.
Yeah, I'd say both these guys are more that. I mean, Scuba is big in Wisconsin. And he's starting to become bigger nationally. I think that this tournament helps. The series helps a lot with that, and he's starting to get out a little bit more. Jesse, he's 32. Still got a long way to go in his dark career, and he's in just think of like the room that he's in right now with Kenny Doyle and Nick Selepic, Brian Dennis, all of those guys. I mean, right now he's holding his own, 3-2.
He's got talent around him, and that's just going to increase your skills as well if you're out there competing with those guys on a regular basis. But Steve Deicher experiences that too. You were at Whammo with me and saw that room where literally in that room, your division 1 through 4 could compete with each other, and a division 2 or 3 guy could come out as a victor. I mean, that's just the talent pool in Wisconsin, folks.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, to say the least, it's huge as we got a 9 mark to start off that leg. Boom goes the dynamite. They're at 13. This is leg number 6, buddy. Leg 6. And by the way, let's talk about this. We blinked, and they've already gone to a 6th leg where they're both throwing fire. Oh, that one wires into the trip 1, and Scuba had to give a second look at that. Big Ron Thompson asking, Sean, how do you get into these turnings? Well, I'm happy that you asked. Someone hit record because this, I'd like to not do this anymore. I'm just kidding. A 7 mark to follow by Jesse. Do you want to know how to become eligible to play in major PPD events like the CSC Challenger Series and TOC? Players become eligible for those by playing in PPD leagues and daily remote tournaments, or DRTs. Leagues are starting daily, so get involved by going to dartstoc.com and checking out the map. The map will show any location with G3 boards within the PPD system. They are always accepting new members, so if you're not seeing anything in your area, have your vendor contact them on the website. From there, players can sign up for leagues on the website. It doesn't take a ridiculous amount of games to be eligible either. Consistently playing 1 league a week will keep a player eligible for this event in the future. Again, go to dartstoc.com to get signed up today. And players earn an invitation through PPD remote leagues and DRT participation to play in this. You must be within the top 500 ranked players on the All-Star rank list as of lockdown dates, which was July 2022 January 2023 and July 2023. Division I Challengers, invitations awarded to the highest skilled players by player rating of the 32 players within the top 500 All-Star rank list positions. And Division II is the next highest rated 32 players get invited.
Rick Kinsey quick to call out that he gets no love, and I said, I'm gonna say you're my sleeper pick, man. You just gotta just sit there and go underneath the table, let nobody find out about you, and then see where it ends up. Is actually we're gonna get a Leonard Gates Jeremiah Millar next week, and then the winner of that one plays the winner of Shane Johnson and Rick Kinsey in our King Seat match.
Yeah, and Rick's good to point it out to us. We did not say his name, and we really should have. Rick Kinsey is definitely one of those top guys, and I think he's third or second in average right now, which is saying a whole lot. Yeah, he's second in average, or second in win percentage too, 74.4, which is insane, to say the least. And second in average with a 5.45. He's throwing a higher average than Jeremiah, Kenny Doyle, Shane Johnson, Jesse Gore. I mean, can't go without talking about Rick. And Rick already beat Sugar 9-5, so Rick's waiting for the winner of that match next week.
I wasn't updated on my CompuSport here, so yeah. Looks like Rick will meet the winner of Jeremiah and Gates. That one's going to be exciting next week. Mark that on your calendar. Set the notification now, folks. 8:30 on the 12th. Right here, Partners Promoting Darts and USA Darts. Facebook and YouTube pages. How about that move? Come on, buddy. Ha!
That's quite the 8 mark there from Jesse. Regains control of the leg. He actually tried that move earlier in this leg and blamped the 20. So it was good to see him try it again, get it done. And Scuba is just going to seem unfazed and just 9 mark the 17s. Boom goes the Wisconsinite. The 14th of the evening in leg number 6.
This is what you're
Nuts.
talking about, man. This is great.
Another
Fantastic.
mark. I don't care if I was like dead tired. I'd be up watching this match. There's no way you can turn it off. It's you can't threaten me with a good time like this and expect anything else.
Robin Wombo asking, what is the score? It is 3-2 right now. Just for you folks at home that may be tuning in.
Yep, 3-2 Scuba, but Jesse looking to break right back here.
This is what I was about to, I was kind of thinking I saw a little fire in some of those nines and just kind of after that big fist pump I was like, man, I think Jesse he could very well just be one of them sleepers that just kind of, all right, at the end of the day I'm going to come back and get you.
Oh, do you see Scuba steal the 15s there from him too? That's beautiful. There go the 15s, though, maybe. Nope, he tried to take out the big number, and I'm okay with that move. You okay with that move?
I'm not a fan of that one whatsoever there. You already got the 2 marks. He did the work. Guarantee that close because the point difference is not going to be as big as guaranteeing a playground going away.
Well, it looks like it might work out in his favor because now only needs a 4 mark to take control. Would have only needed 1 with 1 dart left. There go the 16s. When Jesse's feeling it like he's feeling it right now, shoot, man, you shoot at all those triples you want, bud. 7 marks it. Stamps control of the leg, and now Scuba heading to bowls down quite a bit.
Ed tuning in from France. Thanks for tuning in, Ed.
Bonjour.
Good job, Sean. That was great.
Thank you. Thank you. It was in my best American accent.
Says the English teacher.
I try to throw in, like, when I'm speaking Italian, I say buongiorno, like he does in Inglourious Bastards, you know? You got to say it like Brad Pitt does. Buongiorno.
How about that? Did you see that? 5.92, and he gives a big old two-hander. Fist pump.
Jesse's the type of player I can tell already that is a fiery player that you really want on your team. You want to be able to cheer him on from behind him because it's just going to make him that much more energized. And if he can control it, like I think he's going to be able to, this could be quite the battle. We're already seeing it. Scuba opening that first round there for the first time.
Looks like we got somebody that Nick needs to help out in the chat here.
Oh, you guys, you can't boot me. I'm speaking.
Don't worry, I got it, Nick.
Ed said, "Good French." Hey, I doubt it. Thanks, Ed, though, for your. I appreciate your compliment. I know it's not meant, nor should it be. But I tried my best.
Now we had that crucial break of throw. Jesse Gore finally getting a break in there. Now it's really down to a question of who comes out on top heading into this break. Right up there against expanding that lead and getting nice and comfortable. Went for another double there, though.
He's been doing that tonight, and it's because I think he's been shooting at triples and hitting the neighbors more often. So he's just going to go to that bigger target line. And I can be honest with you, normally, you know me, I hate doubles in cricket. I hate even more triple fives when I'm shooting at single 20. But in this case, I understand why he's doing it. You know? And so I'm all right with it. If it was just Maloney just being Maloney, that's one thing. Because Maloney baloney when that goes on. But when you can just tell he's tried to shoot the triples, missing on the wires on the neighbors. All right, fine. I'm not going to miss on the wire throwing that exact same dart if I'm shooting at the doubles.
And this is just everything I wanted it to be, man. This is going into this. I was like, if I said 4-3, and this is why I said 4-3 when Jesse was at 3-1 down, because I was wondering if Steve was going to be able to jump into that driver's seat, possibly 4, possibly 5-1. But Jesse said, no, sir. We're going to make this a battle for the break.
And with players this close in average and ability, you can't let it get away. You have to keep these games tight. More than 2 games away kind of guarantees a win almost. So you see now that it's all tied up 3-3 here, it's getting very intense.
Jesse throws in an 8 mark. I think we've had 4 8 marks on top of our 14-9 marks. It's been, dude, this has been insanity darts to open up this match. And you know, what a great pre-match for next week with Jeremiah Millar versus Soldier, which both of these guys lost to, one of each. Man.
Well, I'm going to be honest. This is why we have the CSC Challenger Series, both Division 1 and Division 2, and we've just increased since the start, the very first session we did. And if you look at the remaining players in this bracket, I think Nick said 12 players in this bracket. Every match is going to be just fireworks.
Well, I mean, you look here as Steve staying in it, man. I'm telling you, he's not going anywhere. But 1, 2, 3. 19 players in the CSC Challenger Series Division 1 are averaging over as he gets it done. What a dart there for Jesse Gore. 5.14. And
he's fiery, man.
He scores himself a lead going to the break, won the last 3 on the trot. But 19 players above a 4.5 MPR in this CSC Challenger Series. And 2 of those guys are right here, right now, averaging above 5s. My goodness.
They are turning and burning, folks, as we're just under like 30 minutes of play here, and we're already into our break. Hang tight. Listen to these interviews. We'll be right back with the remainder of this match. William Stewart alongside me, Mr. Sean Green, Nick Deicher. We'll be back with the conclusion in a second.
Don't go anywhere, guys.
Saying your name, the bar you play out of, and the operator you play for.
Okay, so my name is Jesse Gore. This evening.
Told you not to go anywhere.
is Jesse Gore. This evening I will be throwing out of Skybox, which is operated by C&M. Typically I'm throwing out of Brewlands, which is West Coast Darters.
Well, Jesse Gore, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the CSC Challenger Series here. Division 1 matchup tonight against Scuba Steve Deicher. How are you feeling about tonight's match?
Well, right now I'm just trying to get home so I can start getting some reps on the board and get ready for it. But, I mean, I'm confident. I like where my game's at, so I'm ready to go.
So let's look a little bit at your match history so far. First round matchup against Jeremiah Millar. You started off with the brick wall. Can you tell me how that went?
I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head there with the brick wall. I mean, I felt like I played pretty well, that I didn't do too much wrong. But, I mean, when you got a guy like that, too much wrong and nothing wrong are very different things. And he was on form, so props to him.
Well, even with a first round mix-up, you still climb through. You've won the last 3 in a row, including beating what I would consider a good friend of yours, Brian Dennis. Let's talk a little bit about that. How'd that go with Brian?
Dude, that's my doubles partner in just about everything I play in, man. So you know that we both know our games very well. So it's just going to come down to who's going to be able to get the jump on the other person. Could have gone either way and play that match 10 times over, and it could still go either way.
One of the things I have to ask about, because I asked Austin in his interview, it's only you and Kenny left in the bracket, and we have the Skybox curse this season. No one's actually won on the stream out of Skybox this season. Are you going to be the one to break the curse tonight?
I mean, I'd obviously like to be the one to win my match this evening. I don't necessarily believe in curses. So I throw in a lot of different bars. Skybox, that's probably one of my favorite dart bars to throw in anywhere in Florida. I know you've been there, so you know how it is there. You got Daryl and Wendy, the owners there, that just take absolute fantastic care of all their dart players. So, dude, even if it's cursed, that's not keeping me from throwing from there.
Let's say you do get through tonight and make it to that finals. What do you plan on using that prize money for?
You see, well, I've already said I'm married and have kids, so I'm going to do what any married with kids dart player is going to do, and I'm going to deposit it in my bank account so my wife continues to let me play this game.
There you go. Fair answer, my friend. And is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else that'll be watching tonight?
Oh, man, I just hope that I actually go out and bang out on the board, let everyone have a fun show to watch tonight. I know Steve's a solid player, so I look forward to getting to throw against him.
Well, you're a solid player as well, my friend, so we're really excited to see how this pans out. We wish you nothing but the best of luck in tonight's match.
I'm Jesse Gore, and you are watching the CSC Challenger Series.
It's brand month at A2ZDarts.com, and we're going to be featuring shot darts all September long, starting with our Dart of the Month, which is going to be the Mardi Gras line as a part of the brand new Americana range. And you can purchase any Americana barrel sets or even the Mega Tactical Dart Case and receive a free gift all month long. So that gift is going to consist of a hand towel, a shot darts sticker, and a keychain bottle opener. And so the Americana range is just an homage to the United States. Of course, we have kitschy names like Route 66, Gator, and the Wrangler. And we're also going to be conducting 2 separate sales this month. So the first half, we're going to be doing all Eagle Claw shafts and foldable flights at a discounted price. And then the back half of the month, we'll be featuring select player darts like the Kyle Anderson range as well on sale. So be sure to frequent our website, a-zdarts.com, so you don't miss out on these deals. And thanks for watching.
I'm Steve Deicher. I shoot for Black Saddle, Bar and Oasis. My vendor is Schmitz Amusements.
Well, Scuba Steve Deicher, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the CSC Challenger Series Division 1 matchup tonight with your match against Jesse Gore. You're one of our favorite players. There's no way to really go around it there. You can hear it in Sean and Will's voice when they talk about you. And you're playing a good friend of mine tonight, and Jesse Gore, and one of the other Florida players in this tournament. Have you guys had any experience playing against each other before?
Yeah, I actually shot him in the level 1 nationals, what was that, 5-6 months ago or so. We played in I think it was final 4 of the winners bracket, so it was the race to 4 match, and got him 4-2. It was not easy. He's very tough, very good.
Well, very tough and very good is also how I would describe you. Let's look a little bit at the tournament bracket here. You had a first round match against Jordan Meyer and then a second round match against Larry Keith. But the one I'm going to ask you about is going to be your match against Leonard Gates. How did that go for you?
The one against Leonard, um, it was really close. Besides the score line, no, I don't know. He shot very, very, very well. I mean, I don't know. I was throwing the best I could at him, and he had every answer. I mean, he's arguably got to be the best right now. He's awesome. So hats off to him. He put a whooping on me. That's all I could say.
Fair enough. Well, now with Jesse Gore this evening, one of the things I talked to him about in his interview, and it's only fair if I bring it up to you, is that the Skybox has been cursed this season with no winning streaming matches, and it's on you to keep that curse going. What's your key to success tonight?
I guess like Will and Sean can tell you, our curse is having our wedding parties and, and bachelorette parties and stuff coming in, dancing on tables and stuff. But Monday it should be pretty relaxed in there. And so I don't know. I hope it's a good match. I hope I can come out on top and keep that curse alive for the Florida Shooters.
Oh, I hate to hear it, but I understand where you're coming from there. And let's say you go all the way to the end. There's $4,500 for first place to be claimed. What would you do if you had that money?
I know when I get down to TOC, I'll be eating good. So,
there you go. That's a good start.
A couple weeks after TOC, we're going to do another camping trip. We're going to go down to Tennessee for a week. So it would help with some of the gas and expenses down there. And
is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else that'll be watching along this evening?
Just like any other time, my friends and family, the support they give me, not even the Green Bay area, the Wisconsin area, even outside of Wisconsin, it's second to none. And I still can't believe the backing that people support me with, and it's awesome. And I appreciate every single one of them. The friends that come down to the bar and watch me play. I mean, the list goes on and on of the people that support me, and I really appreciate every single one of them.
Well, we appreciate you coming on our show once again. I know I'm going to have a tough time in the booth tonight between my friend Jesse Gore and my friend Steve Deicher going at it at the hockey, but we wish you nothing but the best of luck, my friend.
I'm Steve Deicher. You're watching a CSC Challenge Series.
All righty, here we are back again for the conclusion of this match. Jesse Gore slid into the lead right before break. Let's see if he can win this match or if Steve Deicher is going to turn it around. It's 3 on the spin for Jesse. How will it end, folks? Let us know in the chat. We've got a lot of predictions so far, a lot leaning towards Steve Deicher, but then again, a lot of Wisconsinites follow us, so I could see that being the case. So they're going to get ready here, start us off. What do you say, Sean Green?
I'm just kidding. I was just messing with you. I was trying to go as long as possible without saying anything. To see if you were going to be able to hold it together there. I'm just happy that they're not on leg 10, and that they actually paused for the break, as they did start without Nick's go-ahead earlier, but I love it. And actually, funny, Scuba actually messaged me, I see this now, at 9:29 saying, you guys give us the go-ahead on the start. And he just didn't wait for that at all. I love it. But, man, what a match, dude. What a match. We have high averages. We've had 14 9 marks in those 7 legs of darts. And talk about a swing. Scuba Steve went out 3-1, and now it's 4-3 Jesse, winning 3 in a row. And you can see just he is confident, switching to different numbers than you would see normally. If he continues to do that and starts to miss some of those, Scuba's going to have a chance to take control of some legs that he might not typically have a chance to take control of. You're seeing it right here. 7 mark from Scuba. What do you think, bud?
Yeah, I mean, 7 mark from Scuba right there. He's looking to... I'm going to be seeing how his strategy is here. Now that Jesse's kind of caught fire in certain ways and got 3 on the spin, how is Scuba's strategy going to be? Is it going to be heavy points? Because that's what I'm thinking it's going to be. Heavy points, take his chances when he feels really comfortable.
He's not going to be excited about that. Hit the trip 20 and then actually moved on to points. Did the opposite of what you were saying about heavy point. And you can see again, Jesse's now maybe overthinking the strategy of cricket a little bit here early on. What do you think?
Absolutely, he is. He's kind of almost like playing with the bait a little bit here and trying to go wide, doing the classic thermonuclear style of play. And Steve Deicher's too consistent to do that unless you're truly hitting every dart. And it's going to be one of those things where that risk doesn't always pay off. You kind of need to rediscipline yourself. Don't let the adrenaline dictate where your dart's going. He's throwing a lot faster. He's having a lot of emotion in his hand movements and everything else. Steve Deicher, have you ever seen him show any emotion right now? No, because he is focused and drilled in. And I think that Jesse Gordon is playing with some fire and he needs to be careful.
I agree with you. I'm sorry. I didn't hear most of what you just said because you said thermonuclear style of play, and I had to write that down. As that will be going into the sayings all the time bank, because that's a good one. Yeah, look at that, Scott Hanish.
Thermonuclear dart. Hey, I love it. I love it. If that doesn't come out in this CDC call this weekend, I will be a little upset, Sean Green. Let's hear it, buddy. Come on.
Well, it's me and the fantastic Colin Rath in the booth a lot this upcoming weekend, which I'm super excited about.
Did you say the 180 man himself?
Oh,
Colin
yeah.
Rath? Ooh.
Yeah,
Hello.
he'll be joining me in the booth a little bit. Of course, you guys know him from the CDC for the amazing 180 call that he does with the CDC. So I'm looking forward to it, bud. And I will definitely throw in a thermonuclear style of play.
Look at this from Deicher. Oof. Did go down there and capture that 17, closes that number.
We're seeing a little bit of maybe an off leg. Just kidding. 9 mark. He goes, there it is. Boom goes the dynamite. Just expecting it. 15th leg, or 15th 9 mark in the 8th leg of darts. Woo!
I'm about to say, don't tell us it's the 15th leg, Sean. We want more action.
Please.
Well, the good news is that we'd still have 2 more legs after that, because this thing's going the distance. And right now, these guys are going for speed. See how quickly these guys are throwing?
That's what I was saying. They were turning and burning before the break. I mean, for us to be sitting just ahead of 9:30 Central Time, it's kind of scary because we're on the go, man. I'm thinking whether this goes the distance or not, we could be here for. Well, I think if it goes the distance, we're going to be here for maybe 30 minutes, if that.
It will not be as long as we imagine it to be. That is for sure. Unless these guys start to get in this 4-6 point game battle we got going on here, as both of them are averaging a 4.6. And guys, if you are in the chat, I'm telling you, gonna have to enter tonight's live stream giveaway brought to you by A2ZDarts.com. The only way to do that, just leave a comment in the chat. At some point, hit that like button for us. Today's raffle winner will receive their choice of any Shot L-Style Easy flights found at A2ZDarts.com. These are L-Style molded flights with Shot Darts designs on them, currently on sale during the A to Z Darts Brand of the Month special. So there you go. Just to get some L-Style flights, all you gotta do is leave a chat, hit that like button. You're automatically entered to win. Did I just say that? Is that crazy or what?
Well, the nice thing about those easy flights too, or the L-style system, is they're able to fit on any shaft. So if you have a different shaft setup that you're using right now currently, and you get those thrown your way, throw them on there. Why not? Test them out, see if you like them. L-style is a great system, along with numerous other molded flight systems. So, I mean, it is 2022. Get with the new era. Come on. Molded systems.
Well, you're seeing that actually a lot in the PDC. Those guys are starting to use a lot of molded system strategies. You see Jesse Gore getting himself 4 bowls. The one thing that we've seen each of these players do is when they're down a bit in a match, they're still hitting those bowls hard. And Scuba wasted a dart there. Ooh. A little bit shaky out of Scuba down at the end. I'm surprised you didn't just go for the victory. That's what Jesse's going to do to you.
I think we're seeing a little bit of that. Just getting back from the break, kind of. Did they take a few tosses during the break? Did they not? Did they just sit there, have a beverage, or use the restroom? What were they doing during that break? I would have kept my arm going at that rate. I mean, with the way we were playing there, just keep it going.
And you know what? I agree with you. Play a leg or something off to the side. It was only about 7 minutes through the break, but still, if you're rolling like these guys are, as you see Jesse get the point lead now, Scuba's going to have to trip before hitting that last bull. I think he does it in 2 darts. What do you think, bud?
1.
Well, it has to be 2.
Already wrong. We got a
exactly. You're welcome.
Game.
Shockingly, he did it in 2 darts. Didn't get it done in 1. And Scuba takes it back to even here, 4-4 score line.
I told you, bud. Coming off the drive and a weekend of darts of streaming, I'm not going to be at my best, and I am not my best tonight, so my apologies, folks.
Oh, goodness.
But, hey, it was a 4.43 there. That's the lowest average that we've seen, I think, so far for a winning average. So what happens from here? What happens from here? Do they kind of resurface and get that +5 that we were seeing before?
Well, we have a weak start for both these players, so it's going to be a little bit of them finding their form. Right now, it's a long drive ahead, and they just need to know that they're in it for the long haul when they're playing this.
Johnny Jenkins in the chat asking if I'm going to be at TOC. Yeah, I'm with the crew here. They've happily invited me on. Well, no, I don't know about happily. They very
begrudgingly,
unwillingly invited me along with them for this whole format here. I love it. As we get a boom goes the Wisconsinite from Scuba Steve Deicher. Look at that, 16-9 marks. You read that correctly. They are halfway there. They are Bon Jovi lyrics away from the record being broken. But yeah, so I'll be at TOC with these gentlemen. If you are playing in the finale and would like to be interviewed by either Nick or I, get in contact with us. Will doesn't need to interview anybody. He's too busy doing his own stuff.
He's too famous. It's the legendary Will Stewart. I mean, you think he has time for interviews with measly players? Come on.
Yeah, you better be paying him $5 if you want him to interview you. Otherwise, you're stuck with the rooks.
I'm going to be honest. I'm excited to just do more of the production work to see how everything goes. You know, just kind of test some new things out, see how you guys do in the commentary booth, splash some commentary in there every once in a while, but we're trying some new things for TOC, and I think we're going to see some great play from the players that we have in the CSI as well as that finale. And that finale, talk about that format, that's kind of cool. I like that format and what potentially could happen there.
What a great shot there.
Boom goes the dynamite. Jesse Gore, he gave it big after he came back from the line. I love his style of play. It might be one of my favorites as far as, the fire that he brings. And look at this. Scuba goes back to back.
This is the thing.
Boom goes the Wisconsinite. And these guys are heating up quick, man.
That right there can be a total killer for Jesse if he lets it get to him. But does he let it get to him?
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He gives another one. We're seeing some good stuff and some fire tonight. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not entertained by these players, I don't know what to tell you. Scuba, he tried to put a lot of pressure on Jesse right there. And I don't know if that was a mistake. Do you think that's a mistake to not just close the 15s first?
I just can't look away to answer the question. It's too
Wow, that was an edge of your seat one right there. 5.86, and you see how much it's meaning right now to Jesse Gore. Makes it 5-4 on the score line. And yes, I did just rhyme Gore 4, and score line there. So just throwing that out there.
There was a lot going on there, Sean. I was even having trouble following that one. I didn't even have to drive from Sharks today.
And I thank you. Speaking of driving, Jesse Gore, we heard he's driving back from South Carolina as boom goes the Wisconsinite to start off this leg. We can't even have any like normal chat that we normally would. These guys are throwing in 9 marks left and right. I'm just interrupting everyone.
I'm just sitting back and enjoying this match at this moment. It almost feels like this is everything we wanted. I mean, just for those guys to go back and forth the way they have been this evening, man, you don't see that often. I mean, they've been just consistently. One will throw a 9, somebody will back it up. That's why we've seen that 9 mark counter go up consistently. They took a little. They did. Let's be honest. They stalled a little bit there, but they're back on the right track, I think.
Ooh, Jesse tried to go for the 9 on the 17s. Scuba a little bit of a lead still. See if he fired right at the 17s first. That's such a good dart. Move back. Stay there.
Yep, stay there.
And that's the discipline we're talking about, where we've seen Steve consistently go for the safer shot. Oh, Jesse's been going for more of the explosive fire.
Well, and he has been explosive in his mannerisms and in the dynamite that he has been setting off. Chris Trinidad, aloha, sir. Hope you're doing well. Monster Clothing is actually on our stream tonight with Jesse Gore.
Nice to see. Sponsor-y? Or
yeah.
Sponsor. Yeah, sponsor. Supporting the sponsor. Yeah, I don't know how he'd say that, but whatever. Yeah, nice to see Chris supporting one of his players. There we go. We'll say it easier.
Well, boom goes dynamite. He even gave a bow and arrow shot there. Did you see that?
Yes. We might just have to get a highlight reel of just explosive just mannerisms from Jesse.
It's hard to look away from. It truly is.
Yeah, Matthew Erickson, not Eric Erickson. That'd be a cool name though too. Asks, why does the board show game 11 but match score shows 5-4? Well, that is because they always count the diddle as one of the legs on the board screen, so it adds an extra leg to whoever won the diddle, which was Scuba Steve. So that is why you're seeing it at 5-5. It is really 5-4, and it is leg number 10 of actual CSC darts being thrown here, and Scuba Steve trying to tie it back up to 5-5, throwing a 5.83 in this leg.
When you have Will's prediction at the beginning being spot on, the winner is going to average a 5.25 or higher tonight. And there's no way around it. These winning leagues are huge. I mean, we're talking 6 rounds, 7 rounds in. Both these players are averaging above a 5, and that's what's going to be the need case. It's 5.25 or higher.
Exactly, and I mean, we could see much higher than a 5.25, honestly, in this one. 5.43 on the win for Steve Deicher.
Yeah. You know who I've been really impressed with both players. I'm impressed with Jesse's firepower. But I've been really impressed with Scuba raising that average up quite a bit more than he's shown so far in the CSC. Jesse has too, obviously, but Jesse's gone a little bit. He's had a lot less room to go there with the higher average that started off. The 4 mark, he kind of just waves off. That's where these guys are at. That's impressive. Scott Hanish asking, what is a normal thermonuclear average, Nick?
Well, to answer that question, I mean, thermonuclear was a reference to Tony Payne's article written about thermonuclear darts. If you're curious, it's actually one of the strategy philosophies of darts. And I was just making a reference that he was going wide rather than going tall in points. That's all I was trying to do. You know, I know it's hard to get some of that casual reading in, but, you know, all I do is push buttons. So I'm really just reading in the background normally.
Did you really just make up that entire storyline
he
on the fly? That's awesome.
That was money. That was money right there. The storyteller. That's your new name, the storyteller.
Brandon Pritz has the best idea ever. Y'all need a top 10 most asked questions list you can post on the stream.
That I agree with.
Touche. Like, why the hell is someone saying boom goes a dynamite every 5 seconds? Oh man, I'm still in tears. This has been quite the display. I'm in tears because I've been crying at how beautiful these darts are, and then also uh, the great display of linguistical talent from Nick and Will. Yeah, that's right. I did that.
I don't think anything beats Rut Row Mario. Sorry, guys.
How about an open round there from Scuba at a bad time?
First of
No.
the evening.
As a 4 mark falls in there for Jesse. Keeps the point lead going.
So you're going to have to make a stand here on the 17s. It's like a couple holes outside with that first dart, but does capitalize with the next two. 7 mark there.
Kylo Evans.
No, I laughed at that one.
That's good. Have you noticed that Scuba pushes off with that back foot when he throws? That's
Just a touch.
Interesting one.
Yeah, just a touch. And this is the thing. I knew, like Jesse, I could really tell he was feeling it tonight because he was stepping with that third, kind of stepping in towards the board with that third dart.
My beautiful wife in there watching along with us because she's got nothing else to do this night. Says if you're really curious, and then carried on with the explanation. So there's basically 0 better ways to explain anything to everybody. I don't know what to say.
I like Eric's comment there. Going to get in trouble for child abuse. You keep making fun of Nick.
Hey, he has become a 24-year-old man. All right, don't listen to the voice. It does not give away his actual age.
Just a voice filter. It's actually like 10 octaves deeper.
Hey, don't take my joke of the boom goes to Wisconsinite there from Steve Deicher.
My goodness. What is happening this evening?
We're getting derailed. We're getting derailed, but these guys are not. They're still throwing fire. A little bit of a battle going on. Jesse playing from behind in points, but ahead in playgrounds.
Look at that. Chris Martin giving us a name to remember there in the chat. We're definitely going to write that down right now. Sasser. You also have 13-year-old Connor, right?
Olsen. Yeah, Connor Olsen.
Well, boom goes the dynamite there for Jesse Gore. Man, these guys have had quite the demolition so far on stream. 22 9 marks. Leg number 11, bud.
We're seeing the nuclear fallout of this all too.
Jesus.
Somebody get nuclear out of his brain right now.
Oh boy. Dustin Holt in our chat. What's up, brother?
How about this? Come on, Jesse Gore with a 9 mark.
Boom goes the dynamite, Jesse Gore. And he definitely keeps control of this leg, trying to make it 6-5.
I am almost certain somebody told him our predictions, and he is downright upset. He is showing it tonight. He said, you guys think that? All right, I'm going to show you what I've got. And he's proving it, man. He is throwing some heat this evening. Jesse Gore to win the leg does so.
Yeah,
6-5.
And a 5.10 to a 5.11. If that doesn't tell you how tonight's gone, it should. These guys have been throwing right next to each other as far as averages go the entire time. They're pushing each other to win legs. No one is just giving legs away. It's beautiful. This is beautiful to see. It's beautiful to be a part of and to witness. We're at 534. Those numbers should be well above 1,000. Hit that share button, guys. Hit the like button. Leave a comment in our chat. Who do you got at this point? 6-5 Jesse over Scuba Steve. If you do so, you're automatically entered into tonight's giveaway brought to you by A2ZDarts.com. They're giving away a set of easy shot fit flights. Or no, shot L-style flights. I got to just read the script. I tried to do this on my own. That was a terrible idea, Sean. Well, tonight's raffle winner will receive their choice of any shot L-style easy flights found on A2ZDarts.com. These are L-style molded flights with shot dart designs on them, currently on sale during the A to Z Darts brand month special. And boom goes the dynamite for just realizing my faults, I think.
Hey, it's okay when you admit your faults. You can't go wrong. Nobody can call you out because you already called yourself out. There you go, sir.
That's the story of how. That's my entire style
Oh,
of commentary. Boom goes the dynamite, and maybe boom goes Will there with that sound. 9 mark, number 24.
Getting
I'm
real
just
close to that
I
record.
I'm getting hypey with Jesse. I'm digging this right now. I mean, I don't get as enthusiastic as he's getting tonight, but I do like a good fist pump or two and letting somebody know, hey, I'm here. I'm here. Especially if they're behind you instead of in a virtual setting. But hey, look at
And
this.
boom goes the dynamite back to back. He even did like a get on up, and there's one person standing behind him.
It's
I'm
Daryl
interested
as
to see.
well.
I'm interested to see what if Daryl actually got up there or not. Probably not. Where's the dog?
I think he's really upset at you too for bringing up the I'm not even gonna say it. The
Oh, I'm not.
unfortunate events that we've seen out of that neck of the woods recently. So maybe he can turn the ship and actually produce a win in that building. We'll just put
Well,
it that way.
and think about what Jesse said in his interview, though, because Jesse said right there alongside it, he's like, regardless of if there's a curse or not, like they take care of them there, and he's more than happy to go and support the bar that supports him. And I think that's a very respectable answer to a very loaded question I was asking.
Well, and we play with that. I don't know. Do you believe in curses, Will?
No.
See, and I don't believe them in like a real sense like that. I like to talk about them as like I let's be honest, I'm a little stitious. I'm not superstitious. So like there's a little bit of a little play there, but for the most part, listen, the guys lost because they just happen to lose. I mean, you have Kenny Doyle taking on Soldier. That's an unfair curse.
Mhm.
You have Johnny Lackey versus Nick Lepic. That's an unfair curse. Brian Dennis, I can't remember exactly off the top of my head who he played, but I think it was someone really good as well. It's tough
Uh,
to
Let me pull that up actually, 'cause I got the bracket right here, buddy.
it's tough to call it a curse when you keep playing against these top level guys that you're going into, and you have to throw well just to compete against them.
Brian had Mike Carter
Yeah,
on the stream. That was right. Yeah, Mike Carter
there you go.
put him into the loser's side, and then he played Jesse, and that's just kind of an unfortunate thing too. Playing well, a good friend.
Yeah, and teammate. That's always rough, especially in something where it's a national event. I love showing up to national events and then drawing another Indiana team in the first round. I mean, like we could have just done this at home.
Well, two things here. Connor Olson tuning in says, "How you doing, Will? What's going on, buddy?" That's that 13-year-old you were
Yeah.
talking about earlier. And then Alvanita lets us know that Sean, they missed you at Shark Tank. Laugh out loud. So
Well,
we need a little extra help.
listen, I bring a level of energy that I think is typically needed at any long event, long weekend event. Hopefully, I pray. Look at that. Jesse wins it with a tie score. Goes trip 16, trip 15. Who cares about what I was going to say? A 8 mark to win it. Boom goes the dynamite, and he takes a 7-5 lead. What a steal that was!
This is beautiful. This is
M-
beautiful. I
My
am
goodness.
digging it. 7-5 right now, and Jesse is just momentum to the max. Steve, and this is the thing, as an opposition, you can see him in that game screen and exactly what he's doing. I wonder what's going on in Steve's brain right now.
I don't mean this in like a Nate. Probably not a whole lot, and I mean like he's a very calm, just
Mm-hmm.
straightforward player. He's almost probably excited to see his opponent hit those shots typically, because he's like, if you're gonna beat me, at least beat me. Don't make me beat myself. And right now he's being beaten by Jesse Gore. It is not Scuba faltering at all. You hate to see those types of matches, and this is not one of those. But right now it's throwing him off a touch, just a her.
Touche on that one, buddy, is what I'll say. Because honestly, I think you're right. The way that Deicher plays the game is kind of a calm, cool demeanor, but he's very He'll give his opponent when he wins. He'll say, "You flat out beat me and you earned it." He's very honest about that. We saw that at Whammo when he was like, "Oh, I unfortunately got beat by this guy and this guy, and they played well, and I just didn't bring it." That's just how it goes, you know. He's very honest about how he played and how it went for him. So we'll see if he can turn it around here. Down 7-5.
And if you're Steve Deicher, what you're looking for right now is a momentum break. You're looking for Jesse Gore to kind of lose that confidence a little bit, because right now that's what he's riding on. He's riding on that adrenaline, that confidence, and that momentum. And as soon as Steve Deicher kind of really gets his foothold, I think that will really give him a good chance to kind of bring this back to a 7-7 situation.
Cuba tried to steal control of that leg right there with the back-to-back trip 20s. Will, I think a gauntlet's been thrown down into the chat.
Oh, don't worry. I got it for you. Trevor Boobalt's asked, "Does Will ever do anything except talk on live streams?" Yeah, that you're right. I only talk on live streams, and unfortunately, it's for semi-pros that are in the non-pro bracket. No, I'm just kidding, Trevor. I'm just kidding. As he actually did fall off the bullshooter bracket, unfortunately. So hey, it happens. It happens.
He won
was
at
an
4
non-pro.
a.m.
Yes,
he won
did.
at 4 a.m.
Yes,
it takes
he did.
special talent to win at 4 a.m.
He honestly had a great weekend. And I think he could have done damage in the pro or non-pro either way.
Boom goes the dynamite again for Jesse Gore. It seems like as soon as he gets down in the leg, you see that firepower really come alive. And that's what I talked about earlier about timing on this. He is timing it so perfectly that it's really hard for someone consistently, even as consistent as Scuba's been, to win legs. Oh, is he going double? Oh, yeah, he hits it too.
He loves it. He loves that double 20.
With only a 9-point lead, it's a risky dart too. That's saying, hey, I don't think you have the 7 mark in you.
Excitement.
And he doesn't. And Scuba knows that was a question being asked to him, and he did not live up to the answer. He now needs a trip just to get the point lead.
We're starting to see him get a little razzled here. I mean, you even see there was a little look of frustration, a very rare sign of emotion from a very collected, typically Steve Deicher.
Yeah, you're seeing that play out in the chat too. That's kind of funny. Mike's getting involved too. That's great. Yeah, Mike gave us a little teaser as he actually was not in attendance at Shark Tank, but told everybody Friday, I decided last minute, headed to Shark Tank.
Got everyone excited for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be honest. I was a touch excited, as I even mentioned. I said, I think Mike Maloney's coming.
Well, speaking of excitement, boom goes the Wisconsinite there for Scuba Steve. Gets back the point lead. And he's doing a little good timing 9-mark action. Jesse with a great last start there to save that leg, or that round.
Let's see if Steve can produce one of those Scuba Steve damn yous that we've been expecting for a while.
I've only cussed once. And it was not that, which is kind of surprising, to be honest with you. I do have the shirt in the background, though. I want to point that out. There's the shirt right there.
Good. Kudos to you, sir. I love it.
Where's yours?
It is up in the old drawer, buddy, the dresser drawer. It's getting thrown on every once in a while. The wife wears it all the time, honestly.
That's awesome. Well, guys, since you guys are all just in there doing the chats and all that good stuff, just know that you're automatically entered into tonight's raffle, sponsored by A2ZDarts.com. Tonight's winner will receive their choice of any Shot L-Style Easy flights found at A2ZDarts.com. These are the L-Style molded flights with Shot Darts designs on them, currently on sale during the A2Z Darts Brand of the Month special. All you gotta do is leave a comment in our chat, hit that like button for us, and you're automatically entered in for your chance to win. And Jesse Gore trying to get his chance to win here. Finally gets that double 16. That was scary, as he had 2 darts and threw off the board on the first one. It was a bold move, Cotton, but it seemed to pay off for him.
Our record's what, 32 for 9 marks? Is that right?
It's 32 for 9 marks, and I can't help but hope that Steve Deicher gets on a curse here, or gets on a run here, just to bring it down to that tiebreaker. I really want to see what happens if we can break that record.
Jesse goes up 8-5. Did you mention curse there, Nick? This is all your fault.
Did you just say that preemptive?
That was a Freudian slip, and don't mind me.
Oh my goodness, folks. He set it up. Uh-oh. As Jesse gives a big roar beforehand. That is perfect.
I don't know if the thumbs up meant me or you.
No, buddy. You just wait for this gloriousness, okay? Let me tell you what. No, that was.
Let us know.
No, that was great. I was just surprised. Jesse gave a big roar there to start the leg. It just seemed like an odd timing to do that. But now he's got to produce, and it could very well. Like I said, at some point you feel like you get flustered. He's done well about maintaining his energy after those big roars, which is hard to do.
Yeah, and I gotta be honest, there's a reason his jersey says "Let's go" on the back of it and all those letters. So he's got to be one of those hype guys. I know we have a guy here in Greenfield, Indiana, that "Let's go" is his major saying, and at blind draws, he's one of the best players. He's the best player at that location. I'm just gonna say it to everyone else at Snappers, but Caleb gives a "Let's go" randomly at blind draws, and it's loud enough to where everyone can hear it in the place. And I always shout out, "Act like you've done it before," whenever he does it, just to make him,
unhappy.
Yeah, it just brings him down a notch. You gotta kick him off the cloud when he hits a 6-star out and stuff like that.
Just because. That's funny. Well, folks, don't forget to check out the A to Z Darts brand of the month, all September long, featuring shot darts and accessories. You receive a free gift, including the shot darts towel, sticker, and keychain bottle opener when you purchase any of the Americana Darts range or Mega Tactical case. That case is pretty cool, by the way. Just click the banner on the homepage featuring the Mardi Gras darts. Also, be sure to frequent their website through September 15th to take advantage of all Eagle Claw shafts, foldable flights, and Shot L style collab flights design being on sale. Then check back September 16th. As they have more deals coming away, including discounted Kyle Anderson darts.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. It's talking to Damon Hedda and talking with Simon Whitlock, just you could just feel it that the part of them still missing out of that World Cup, and for them to lift the title. Was really cool, and a part of them they felt like a part of Kyle was involved in that process.
I don't think that they could go through that without him being there with them. As we get there, it is the 9 mark at the right time. Let's go! Boom goes the dynamite. Jesse Gore, 28 of them on the evening, and again he just does it at that right moment. Scuba now need to do something special on the 16s and 15s. You can see these moments here are really getting to him.
I believe that was Wendy that just went up there and gave him a big high five. Daryl, those are the 2 bar owners, folks, that are sitting back there excitedly cheering on Jesse Gore.
Yeah, no, man, you're absolutely right. Brandon Pritz asking, the record's 32. How many games was that? That was 15 legs. So it also did not go the distance, but my goodness, Jesse is now shutting the door on Scuba's comeback here. You've seen it all night long. A 5.57 right now for Jesse, 5.0 for Scuba. He's thrown well. They both have thrown phenomenal darts. It just, the timing from Jesse's 9s have been so important.
We're gonna see that 5.25 plus. I'm thinking.
Well, there goes the 15s. He is knocking on heaven's door, and he's not quite there yet. 1 bullseye needed for Jesse Gore to take down this one and send Scuba Steve out of the CSC Challenger Series. One dart remaining for Scuba. Is gonna think about it for a second. I think you got to go bowls here, but yeah, he gets a double bowl. He throws a 5-bowl round in his last round.
Well, it is September 5th, 9/5/2022, and we're seeing 9-5 in this match with one dart away, and that is all she wrote. Jessie Gore coming out on top.
What curse?
What curse?
Yeah,
What curse? Oh, they got a sign. Uh-oh.
I got something. We gotta figure out. He said,
It's
what
something.
curse? It's gotta be something.
It's
I hope
something.
that's what it
Put
is.
it back up, Daryl. Put it back up,
Daryl,
Daryl.
we can't see it.
You gotta zoom in. You
Turn
gotta
on the
zoom in.
There's the let's go out of him. I saw that with the mouth, man. Hats off to both players. Scuba Steve, hats off to you, buddy. You shot great. You ran into a buzzsaw that was Jessie Gore here at Skybox Tavern. 9-5 victory for Jessie. That's a surprising scoreline. Not quite the surprising result, but a surprising scoreline. Would you agree with that one, bud?
I would certainly agree. I had it going 9-8 in favor of Scuba. You had it in favor of Scuba, I think 9-8. Danny Baggish tuned in and said 9-6, Jesse. So he's going to have to take her closest look, I believe. I can't remember. Nick, what'd you say, 9-8,
I
Jesse?
said 9-8 Jesse, but I was being
Jesse.
very partial to both sides.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were trying to withstand and be a little bit partial because you wanted to go deeper, but we all know you withheld a little bit.
Cannot confirm nor deny these thermonuclear allegations.
Well, look at that. Adam Clayton in the chat. He was my blind draw partner at that blind draw that I met you at Skybox there, Nick.
Way back when I was just a kid.
The good times.
The young
good
buck I
times.
was.
So last year. Alrighty, sounds good. Great. Yeah. All right.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I just wanted to say that was it was a fantastic match. I think we're going to see at least, like I was saying, I think we're going to see that 5-2, 5+ from our winning average there. I'd be surprised. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a touch lower, but it's definitely 5+. Those are exciting averages when at the beginning of this match, Jesse was at a 4.93 and Steve was at a 4.81. So what an exciting one for you. I hope you really like that. We had 500+. Well, 500+ tuning in right now. Great viewership. We appreciate you tuning in. That's the exciting thing about the CSC, man. These matches for the next, every stream to finish out should be great.
Yeah, and you guys want to tune in with us next Monday for sure. Beast Jeremiah Millar taking on Soldier Leonard Gates in our top 4 battle. Wednesday night, though, is always entertaining, always special. We got a Division II battle for you on Wednesday night, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. Who we got in that one?
Players to be determined on Asana. So let me go ahead and check out CompuSport as we've got the live stream on there. So you folks can go ahead and check out along the way who we've got coming up. I think it's going to be... Oh, I'm searching, folks. I'm not seeing it, buddy.
I don't think it's been fully confirmed yet. So there's a couple of great options between Willie Walker, Chrissy Grimmel, of course, is a great option on there. You see Mark Rowe on there.
That's right. I think we were calling out Chrissy and Willie if I think that's the one we were going to get.
That's a good one. All these are going to be good ones. Mark Rowe, LaBelle Sterling's going to be great. Tommy Campbell, Jarrell Rutledge. I mean, guys, we got ourselves a battle going for you in Division 2. Division 1 is running. Scuba Steve does walk home with $400. Well, he drives home just like down the road with $400 in his pocket. That's always a win.
Yeah, get a little money, amount of money to pocket there. But Jesse's going to be shooting for a lot more as he hopes to find his way into the top 4. And then you're talking some heavy money. You're talking some good money in that top 4. So
even 5th, 6th is great money. That's $1,000, I believe.
Okay, well, I'll take that. I mean, at this point, I'll just take a 20 if you want to send it my way. Cash App, here's my PayPal. No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah. 5th, 6th is $1,200.
Danny Baggish. Danny Baggish tuned in and said, "What was the final score?" As Nick goes ahead and throws it up there one more time. So close, Danny. So close. If you had it on the 9-6 score line there, you would have unfortunately fell short. But hey, you did come out with the win, and by a little bit more. So that's all right. That's all right.
Man, what a battle. It's been a great night, dude. I've enjoyed it. What a great Labor Day. Happy Labor Day, everyone. 11 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 Central. That's a pretty short stream, to be honest with you.
It is really short, really short. But they were turning and burning, as I say. And we're going to see you Wednesday night for some more action from Division Number 2. Join us 8:30 p.m. Central Time right here on Partners Promoting Darts and USA Darts, both Facebook and YouTube. From Sean Green, Nick Teixeira, and me, Will Stewart. We'll see you later. Take care.
Have yourselves a thermonuclear night.
Darts.